Hey there, Gunpla nerds. Welcome back to Gunpla-tinum. Today I've got another review for you, and it is none other than the OG Granddaddy Gundam, the RX-78-2, but this time in a metallic gloss injection from the Gundam base. So in previous videos, I've spoken about points, right? I'm not going to do that anymore, because this whole 4-point something, 3-point something, it doesn't work, even though none of them have gotten that low. So I'm going to go on to scales in terms of C, B, A, and S, which we're going to call Gunpla-tinum. Alright, so let's get started on the overall design of this one. This type version is based on the original design, and it's very well executed because you really don't need any type of paints aside from the stickers that you'd be using for the sensors and the eyes, and one little piece, which I'm going to show you. You can either paint, it's super simple, or you can use the sticker. It's going to turn out ugly. So my suggestion, just paint it. If you don't, you probably won't be too happy. And that is right here on the crotch. That's probably the only sticker that you would actually prefer not to use, but everything else is just beautiful. I mean, it is simple in terms of, you know, what you panel lining, right? There's not too much on that, but what you do get is just a solid, well-colored, well-articulated kit that, you know, it's great for modifying. I mean, if I'm talking specifically about this version that you probably wouldn't want to, which is the metallic gloss injection version, because, like, who would want to ruin all that nice, beautiful blue and shiny red and you know, those whites? Nobody, right? But if you were to get a regular version of this, have at it. Now let's move on to one of my favorite aspects about a kit, and that's its flexibility. Mainly because Bandai has just developed these for so long. They've improved on their articulation for kits for so long that you get incredible, and I mean incredible, mobility with these smaller kits. I mean, it was fairly easy with the master grade lines because they had an inner frame and, you know, tons of other crazy amount of details that they could put in. But I felt like with high grades for a long time, they were kind of lacking in that aspect, right? Which is, you know, it's unfortunate because that should be their flagship line, because they have a plethora of kits available for anybody, but some of them lack in this aspect. But I'm pleased to say that your OG Daddy Gundam, Granddaddy Gundam, does not. You have a perfectly good bend right there on the knee, you know. It's well balanced. I mean, of course, it's going to be on one knee. As well as the elbow right here. Nice bend over there. You'll be surprised to know, but as I've mentioned before, if you haven't seen any of my videos, this type of pose is very difficult for a lot of kits because either their skirt gets in the way or they just look like they're going to tip over, right, from their weight. They just can't hold it very well. It doesn't seem like a feasible position for a mech, right? But pleased to say that this one doesn't have that problem. There is one point that does require fixing, and that is right here for the skirt armor. So these bits over here, okay, they actually come pre-assembled as one piece. So if you move one flap, both are gonna go up. But it's super easy because it has ball joints on both sides. So all you really have to do is snip the middle and you're good to go. You have two totally independent flaps. It's perfect. Mobility on the abs, like, I don't know if you can see right there, but you have a pretty nice range of motion for this ab. So let's see. Right there. See that movement? That's some great movement for an ab. Like I said, you already saw the knees. You know, you can see the foot articulation. You know, I mean, you have no toe joint action, but I don't know about you, but that toe rise is pretty high up there as it is. So that's great in my books. Even the neck. Let's move over here for a bit. the neck has pretty good posability in terms of like a good rotation, a little bit of wobble, you know, forward and back motion, like a good nod. See, Gundam approves. You definitely have a nice range of motion around the waist, you know, and even the arms. Like, one of my favorite aspects about this kit is it is firm. Now, I don't know if it's because it's the metallic gloss that they used for it, but man, this thing is firm. Like, any type of pose that you put it in, you know, let's just see, look at that. Perfectly still. You all just saw me do that right now. And it's kind of an awkward little pose that I've just positioned it in right now, but it's holding up well, you know? And it's because those joints are so tight. While it's lacking in a little bit of the details section, it makes up for color separation and also exceptional articulation. One more thing I forgot to mention about the articulation is look at that arm. Like, god damn, that is a beautiful range of motion for that front piece. I mean, that arm just like is a full hello there neighbor, you know, it's great. As well as over here, arm moves like so. The leg, of course, you saw it move forward as well, just great. Now I'm going to talk about the accessories and everything else that it comes with aside from the instructions in the box. So first off, you get your typical shield, you know, Earth-fetty shield. Nice amount of detail to panel line inside there. It's not over the top, but it's definitely enough and where you want it, you know. So as you can see, I've panel lined it. It's great. That shield is great. This is a little lackluster, the bazooka, in terms of like there's not too much going on over here. It's very clean. It's a nice solid piece, right? It does come colored as in one gray, which kind of makes it look very plain, but I'm not going to argue about that too much because it's exactly like the illustration shows. Then you've got your typical beam rifle, you know, right there. Rotation, not a rotation, little swivel over there too. That's a colored piece, you know. Also, again, a little bit lacking on the details, but it has it where you kind of want it. So right over here, you know, you take that little tab, you slap it inside there on the butt flap, and bam, you got yourself a bazooka, no pun intended. Anyway, so you have that little piece there that you can attach. You've also got this cover when that other one is not in use, and it just goes perfectly. It's not flush because you can definitely pull that bit out, you know, pop it in, pop it out, and it's good. You also get those open pans. You get two closed fists, right? Well, not really closed, it just has that little space in between for holding weapons, of course. And you also get one trigger finger. So OG Gundam is definitely not ambidextrous, but you know what? I don't care. I'm good with him using only one hand for firing that rifle. One more thing that I'd like to mention before I cap off with this video is that there's actually no need for an adapter to be able to use on this base because it just has a little hole on the bottom where you can attach the display base on. But beyond that, I don't think I have anything left to say in terms of accessories or what it can and can't do. I guess it's just final thoughts. This kit, I have to give it, without a doubt, definitely an A for Gunpla quality, because you get everything that you really want in an original Gundam. I mean, if you're not looking at, like, you know, newer models like the Origin or anything like that, it keeps everything simple, it's clean, the placement for knobs is passable. The only thing I might have been a little bit more satisfied with if they had included was probably that being an actual piece, because if you don't have paints yourself or you're just getting into the hobby, that's going to be a little bit of a deterrent. But beyond that, very well executed. I can't think of maybe a little bit more panel lines. I really can't give anything less credit because it did everything that Bandai wanted to do very well. You know, good amount of hands, good amount of weapons, great articulation and color separation. So, to summarize, if you don't already have some type of version of the RX-78-2 Gundam, get one. And if you want a suggestion, get this one. Anyway, that's all my time. Thanks for joining. Keep up to date. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and yeah, keep supporting it so I can keep making new material. Bye for now. And lastly, an honorable mention to some Instagram Gunpla builders. There's Gunpla Rookie, this is Nozaku, Black Sunshine 69 Gunpla, Wake and Build, and Melty Butter Gunpla. You top 5? You're the MVPs.